Network Entertainment.
Just be who you are. Ano yung funny for you, do it. Just express yourself. Do not be your own worst critic. Bring it out to the world. Kasi balang araw, tatanda ka, you're gonna lose it.
Tama.
You're gonna lose the wit. You're gonna lose the humor. You're gonna lose your personality. And you're gonna change as a person. You're gonna mature. I don't know kung how, pero it's gonna change. At least you brought out who you were in this season of your life and meron kang record nun and you made people happy.
Hi, this is Mirza Season. Welcome to You Can Do This, a podcast that'll help you achieve your dreams and goals one episode at a time. What are you waiting for? Let's go! They say, be careful what you wish for because what if your wish comes true? What if is the operative word and winning premise of her viral creative content that has become comedy gold and has catapulted her to million follower fame. Hilarious and thought provoking skits skewering the absurdities of modern Pinoy life with her sharp wit and keen observations. She's a master of the satirical skit, using her platform to challenge social norms and stereotypes in the funniest way that has resonated with countless people. Whoever said Pinoys don't get satire has never watched her videos. So, what if all the things your parents once worried about and your peers possibly made fun of, like being weird, talking to yourself and your imaginary friends, daydreaming, being an introvert, having a restless ADHD brain, even having curly hair, would one day make you world famous and generate millions of followers and probably pesos for you? What if being weird is actually the greatest asset a person and a professional creative can have and should be embraced, not downplayed? Our guest is the living and viral embodiment of that. And today, she will inspire us all to unlock our own power of self expression by embracing our authenticity. Please welcome content creator, commercial and music video director, NFT artist, singer, perfumer, author, entrepreneur, and still aspiring Disney princess, the ultra rich, super beautiful, uber witty, both in her alternate reality and IRL, Lottie B.
Wow! Thank you for having. Ang ganda po nung intro. Sana yun na lang yung nilagay sa yearbook ko. Ang ganda,
I'm sorry,
thank you
but
po.
today we must only speak in fluent English.
Of course.
Is that okay?
Sure. Thank you for having me. That's a wrap.
Just kidding. Just kidding. So, belated happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you.
I
I'm
found out your
30.
age. Oh, there you go. Kala ko secret eh.
Proud naman po.
Proud. Proud 30-year-old.
Proud 30.
Right. So, nagpakulot talaga ako
Ang
today.
ganda nga po eh.
An honor student of you.
Thank you. Ang ganda. Bagay po sa inyo. I think you should
Salamat.
keep
Hindi
it.
ko lang makuha yung kulot na
The
bangs.
bangs.
Nahirapan ako.
I love the wolf cut
Yes.
curtain bangs.
Roar.
Yeah.
So I said, what if, by the wave of a magic wand named Bro Manalo, what if Lottie B were on my show? Because I love your work, your curls, your humor. So I wish for you to be on my show, and here you are.
I'm honored. Pleasure's all mine. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, kwentong buhay muna. Tell us about your kwentong buhay in a nutshell.
Well, in English or in Tagalog? Kasi if Tagalog, mahaba. Pero if in English, I'm fine.
In English.
Doing good.
People, I watched a lot of your videos and parang meron kang YouTube on content creation.
Mhm.
Nashock ako na straight English. Marunong po siya mag-English.
Opo, marunong po tayo mag-English. Secret lang.
Sige nga.
Yeah, about my life, where do I begin? Well, 1993, I was
Okay.
born.
Oh my gosh.
And there we have it.
Yun na po yung scope ng
Yun na po.
English.
In Tagalog naman po.
Sige, pwede rin.
Pinanganak ako noong 1993 and then I don't know what do you want to know po, about
I
childhood
think
po
maybe the
ba
history
or
of your weirdness.
oh, okay. Ah, deep-rooted po siya, naipamana po sa'kin siya ng parents.
Okay. Weird ba sila rin?
Yeah, I can't tell po kasi na what's weird or not kasi
Right.
sa'kin yun na yun, like, that's my normal.
Right.
So, I didn't know na my normal was someone else's weird.
Right.
And even other people, they don't really know na their normal is
Right.
my
But maybe
weird.
there's no normal. We're all
Yeah,
weird.
exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Tama po. So, I guess it all stems from me being an only child. I
Yes.
grew up, although I do have cousins living in the same compound with me, but that doesn't mean that we get to meet every day. So, in short, since I'm the only kid in my household, I would talk to myself
Right.
and imaginary friends. So, fun fact, meron po ako mga imaginary friends.
Oh,
I have a kangaroo imaginary friend, si Kanga and si Roo, mag-ina sila.
okay.
And I have lots of imaginary friends that I talked to growing up. So they really kept me company and I guess they got stuck in my head na. So I talk to them once in a while.
Right.
Then
Kumusta na sila ngayon? Andiyan pa sila?
nag-migrate na sila to
Okay, to
Australia.
Australia. Okay.
Mainit daw po dito.
Okay.
So, I think of different characters na lang din that I get to talk to. And then, I've always been a creative, very terrible at math and science and geography, stuff like that. But, tanungin niyo ako ng mga imaginary things, I can, like, think of
Right.
something right away. So, yun. And then I grew up in, I was a communication arts student. And then from there, I delved into directing, songs, music. Basta basically anything that I can create.
Create talaga.
Yes, yun po
Right.
talaga yung ano ko.
Right. You mentioned that your parents were a bit bothered when they saw what was going on, but they supportive in letting you create and work as a creator?
Yes, they've always been supportive. Especially my both of them actually. Pero my mom, she's the creative din eh between
Oh,
the two of
okay.
them. So
Right.
si mommy nag theater siya, and
Okay.
then she does mga handy crafts, mga crafty things. So mas dun siya. But they didn't really get my type of weird na parang kasi they grew up, my mom had 12 12 silang siblings
Oh
and
my
my dad's
goodness.
9 ata.
Oh my gosh.
Completely forgot. But yeah.
Okay.
And then only child. So they won't really get the me talking to myself part
Right.
since ang dami nila magkakapatid and yun. So but ever since they've been supportive, i-enroll nila ako sa mga workshops, summer workshops, theater, acting, everything. Naka-push sila sa akin to follow my authentic self talaga. So
So
yeah.
was your weirdness a problem like in school? Like did people make fun of you? Were you bullied? How?
Unfortunately, I got bullied. But I don't think it's because of my weirdness. Although, yeah, they did mention, pero hindi ko talaga ma-figure out what exactly made me weird. Kasi I see another kid and she has her own quirks. I see another kid, she has her own parang type of weird. So I don't know what's different with my type of weird. But I did get bullied for my hair.
Oh, okay.
I did get bullied for my skin color also. I was very tan when I was a lot
Hmm.
younger. I did get bullied for basically how I looked and acted and my quirks also. Pero that's something that everyone gets bullied naman.
Right,
So it's
right,
hindi ko
right.
siya bubog. I don't want to give credit to my bullies and tell them na parang you're the one that pushed me to do
Right.
these things. No.
You know who you are. We're not gonna talk about
Yeah,
it.
and I'm sure they've matured also. So we all go through mga ganong mga ugali naman. I can't say that I myself have always been a good kid. So yeah.
Right. So your success in content creation stems from your very wild imagination. When you look back, what do you think were the factors that led to this? And why is your parang batang likot-likot ng utak mo lagi?
Actually, hindi ko nga po alam na malikot pa. All this time, ever since prior to being diagnosed with ADHD noong 2020, I
Nung
thought,
2020 lang?
yes,
Okay.
2020 lang po. Although, of course, symptoms, I've always had them, but I didn't know until 2020 na it was ADHD. But I didn't know na this wasn't quote unquote, sorry, quote unquote normal na gantong kalikot and chaotic mind isn't normal. I thought everyone thought like this na parang everyone, but pero paano madaling makafocus yung ibang tao and ako parang tulala ako tas yun pala ang daming going on in my
Mm.
head. So sorry, what's the question? Sample.
Paano naging very fertile yung imagination mo
Yeah.
when you look back?
Yun. So yun nga po, because I do talk to myself and was diagnosed with ADHD, I think that's it. That's the very parang both quote unquote curse and a blessing
Right.
sa akin. Curse meaning it's very difficult for me to focus on one thing. I would easily forget something, but at the same time, ang daming ideas that I just parang it's just my job to hold them captive agad. But okay, there's an idea, let me get it. Let me
Right.
write it down, then this is gonna be my next content. Parang
So pag
ganon.
dumaan yung idea, kailangan mo siyang i-capture
Yeah.
or mawawala siya.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. You have to kasi that's the thing with my mind na parang so many ideas, but at the end of the day they will all just be ideas if I don't put them into
Right.
work
Right.
or write them down or execute it. Ganun.
Right. So tingin ko rin kasi may ADHD ako. Marami ka bang tabs na bukas lagi?
Yes,
Oh my gosh.
definitely.
Or ganito ba kagulo
Yes.
yung desktop mo?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm not alone. And since you were diagnosed, what has helped you milk your ADHD for productivity?
I had to manage it. Kasi like I mentioned po na it is also a strength.
Yes,
I
it
do
is.
have to fight every day to be a normal processing type of normal functioning type of person. So for
Right.
example, you see other people na parang meron silang schedule. I wake up at 5 a.m. and then I do this and I do that. So with someone like me, it's very difficult to stick to a schedule or a habit because we keep on looking for dopamine, something new every day.
Yes, right,
Diba?
right,
So
right.
I find it really hard and difficult. So I have to write everything down, or if in the moment I feel like I want to create something, I have to act on it agad,
Oh my
or else
gosh.
hindi ko na siya magagawa. So even the book that I will mention later on that
Yes,
I
yes,
wrote a
yes.
book, but that took me years to complete just because hindi ko siya sit down and
Tapusin. Okay.
So every time I have an idea, that's when I act, and it's very random at times.
So yung mga content mo na videos, talagang spur of the moment lagi. Like,
Yes.
okay, I gotta create now. Ganon.
Yes, exactly. Wala po akong schedule. I know most creators would tell you na parang have a content calendar or do this or every this and that dapat meron ka. The only schedule that I have is I try to post every 8 p.m. That's it. But not every day. Basta 8 p.m. yun yung time slot for me to post. But then for everything else, like when I should shoot, when I should post, I have no idea.
Okay.
It just comes to me.
Okay.
And plus,
Wow.
that's also the reason why I have so many other projects at the same time. Nag-yes ako to so many things.
Right,
Tas hindi ko
right.
alam. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Ano na pala. Nag-yes ako to 5 different projects for today. So I don't know how to do them all. So,
Wow. Okay. And yet nagagawa.
yeah, yun nga po yung frustrating kasi I've lived to this day na nag-work naman siya so far, like procrastinating and doing a million things at once. It worked so far, so nagiging too trusting na ako na parang, it's gonna work out.
Okay.
Everything's
So,
fine.
lagi kang camera ready. Paano yung mga, so lahat ba yun, impromptu? Walang script?
As much as possible, most of it impromptu.
Oh my
Lalo na yung mga
gosh.
nuances in between. I think that's what makes the videos
Right,
mas
right.
authentic kasi when I shoot, I try not to do multiple takes. Kung ano yung mistake ko for that scene, so kunyari matawa ako, ma-burp ako, I'll keep it in because that's how I know na parang I'm a human being who made this.
Wow.
It's the human behind the character. So yeah, as much as possible, spur of the moment.
Marami ka rin bang tinatapon?
Yes.
Talaga?
Yeah, lots of ideas na parang in one moment I think it's funny, but then when I execute it and gawin ko na siya, so tapon. Dami po.
Okay. Talk about the satire that you do. As I mentioned earlier, I was in publishing for 25 years and we always said, Pinoys don't get satire. Parang, kasi I was the EIC of Spot.ph. Every time meron kaming parang satirical,
Mhm.
hindi nagigets or maraming galit. Parang,
Yeah.
bakit niyo sinabi na ganyan si Lady Gaga? Hindi naman yun totoo, ganyan. Talk
Yeah.
about your satirical content.
Actually, nag-start po kasi yung content ko, even before yung pinaka-viral content, which is the me parang pinoproblema ko yung pera kasi I have too much money.
Ah.
Even before that, ang first viral video ko was me telling everyone that I'm a long lost princess
Yes.
from a country called Magindale.
Yes.
And I told everyone na, I'm a long lost princess from a country called Magindale. Tapos they asked na parang sa comment section, I looked at the map, wala namang Magindale. And I'm like, well, hindi siya nag-exist, para siyang Genovia. So it doesn't exist kasi it's a very small country. So hindi na siya nilagay sa map. Tapos parang may mga nagtatanong pa rin, oh my gosh, talaga? And tapos may mga nagagalit, hindi ka naman totoong princess, sinerge ko. Tapos parang ako, dapat obvious na sana siya from the start. So there were two types of people. Either nakikiride sila or nagagalit sila because you're quote-unquote lying to them.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
thought, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Let's keep on doing this.
Yun pala.
Yeah, that's
Yun
where it
pala.
started, yeah.
Oo.
So, ang saya po kasi it's either you get the type of crowd na makikiride sila sa jokes mo
Oo.
and they're, alam mo yun, you get to escape the real
Right,
world. And
right.
then there's this type of crowd who genuinely believes in what you're saying and will get mad at you for it. And wow, it's very entertaining to watch these reactions.
Right. And so, when you posted that video about masyado maraming pera na
Mhm.
nag-super, how many hits? 17
I think
million ba?
17 million, yeah.
Wow. So when that happened, tell us about that moment and how did you feel?
I actually hid it from my close friends and family. I never really shared my TikToks nung nagsisimula because I wanted, yun nga initially my friends and family would think na, oh my gosh, weird na naman siya. And kasi, so I didn't want them to parang bully me. They never really
Right. Or
bullied me.
tease.
Yeah, parang tease lang. Inaasar lang ako. And I'm like, gusto ko lang mag-create ng world na to. And maybe I can find like-minded individuals. So anyway, posted that video and ang daming nakiride. Ang dami ding nagalit na they're saying, ang yabang mo naman kung sobrang dami mong pera, eh di sana pamigay mo na lang sa may hirap. May mga ganon. You don't get it!
Naniwala nga.
Yeah, pero nung nag-start na siyang mag-viral, na tinatag na ako ng friends ko na, "Oh, nakita kita sa feed ko," ganyan. Tapos nafe-feature niya siya sa
Booking.
I know. So, parang na-excite ako at the same time, kinabahan ako kasi like, ano 'tong pinasok ko? What's happening? But yeah, nakakatuwa siya. So, I kept on going.
So
Made it a
what
series.
did that teach you about your content? Like, so because you
Yeah.
said that you were always acting upon the data. You're very data driven, looking
Yes.
at the algorithm.
Mhm.
And what conclusions did that teach you? What did you make about that?
Na-realize ko wala akong say dito. So, wala na akong say
Oh my
sa content
gosh.
ko and the people have spoken. So, I shall be slave to your wish. No, but na-realize ko, I did try kasi singing prior mga song covers
Oh,
and
okay.
but then I saw na parang okay, it's not working as much pero dito I got the type of reaction that I really liked, which is making people laugh
Yeah,
and
yeah.
happy and nagkaroon ng mga comments na, "Ang laki ng problema ko today pero nung napanood ko,
Oh.
tuwang-tuwa ako." Lottie or hindi pa nila alam yung pangalan ko before, parang it's just a username back then. So,
Oh.
mayaman girl, gawa ka pa ng ganito kasi ang sarap pala ng gantong feeling, ganito yung mga pinoproblema mo para ito na yung mga problemahin ko sa kahit sa
Oo.
TikTok man lang. Sana
Okay.
all, ganyan problema, mga ganun. So, I'm like, okay, this is fun. I want to keep doing this kasi people are, enjoying. May a little break from the real world. Kahit 1 minute lang siya. So, yeah, that's the
Ano
path.
yung sumunod?
I kept milking the series, and then
Okay. Same character.
yeah, same
Okay.
character. So parang naging multiverse alternate reality part 2 and part
Oh,
3. Meron
okay.
naman na nahuli ka dahil namimigay ka ng iPhone. Parang ganon. Imbes na nagnanakaw ka
Oo.
noon. So, mga ganon. I milked it until nag-try ako mag-branch out into the common sense
Right.
teacher
Right. Right.
content
Right.
naman. So, I tried to niche out or parang work on different content pa, pero they all have the same umbrella, which is it's all satire and it's all comedy.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Right. I love the one na kasalanan ng mga babae kung ba't sila nare-rape. And I thought
Oh!
that was so smart and important and impactful. And
Mhm.
hopefully, yung mga guilty natamaan.
Yeah. I really thought twice about posting that. It's very
Yeah, I'm
sensitive.
sure. Yeah.
I'm sure lots of people will think na bakit mo siya ginagawang joke, but I honestly I didn't.
Right.
Yung attack dun sa video na yon is showing what it's like to actually get what you wish for. So people
Yes.
tell you na parang
Right.
just
Right.
dress up, cover up, and everything's gonna be okay. So
Right.
let me tell you, if 100% of the women in this world dressed up the way you
Right.
wanted them to, would you really think? Parang sa akin kasi, hindi ba, kasi they're telling us women na parang, ang idealistic nyo naman to think na the world is gonna be perfect. You can do whatever you want, blah, 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 and it's gonna be perfect. Hindi ba mas idealistic to think na 100% of the women do what you want and then you think it's gonna be perfect?
Right.
So
For
parang,
them.
for them, right?
Uh-uh.
Tas it's a hassle for us. We have to
Right.
adjust. So parang, let me show you what it could be like.
Right.
And hindi ba sobrang absurd? 100%. Wala na pong harassment and all that. So, figured out I tried to, how do I say it in my voice? So, at least, there are some, if not a lot of people who realize
Yeah.
na, oh nga.
What were some of the reactions to that?
Oh, very mixed reactions.
Oh.
Ang dami pa rin nagsasabi na, kahit na, basta. Hindi naman 100%, pero basta mag-ayos pa rin kayo. And I'm like, dude, pinakita ko na nga
Oh my gosh.
yung idea na naka-cover up. Like, what do they think? Is it stitched on our bodies?
Right.
Are clothes stitched on our bodies na parang if you wear them, it's never gonna be ripped out? And
Yeah.
invisible na ba sa mata ng mga tao yung body mo? So,
And
still,
statistically speaking, walang kinalaman yung rape sa suot ng person. Maski mga nuns na
Yes.
sobrang balot na rape.
yes. What's scary is I heard locker room talks where they say na ito yung scary talaga, nagpintig yung tenga ko when I heard that. Of course, won't mention names, but overheard lang naman to. They said na, Brad, in my other character voice, Brad, alam mo, hindi na ako na ginaganaan sa mga naka sleeveless, yung kita yung cleavage. Brad, alam mo yung maganda, yung mga naka-hoodie, tas kita mo pa rin yung hubog nila.
Oh my
Parang
God.
nakakaano. May ganon. So I'm like, dude, I thought you guys said na if we dress up ng full clothes, you're gonna stop these things. Pero
Right.
I still hear about those things na parang naka-hoodie, mas may challenge. Saan na kami
Right.
lulugar?
Oo.
So, yeah. Scary
Kasi nga,
things.
it has nothing to do with sex but aggression. So sorry. Back to comedy.
Back to the comedy.
So, sorry for the cliche questions, but where do you get your ideas? Especially like yung mga hindi mo rin mag-English pero nag-i-English or observations lang ba yan ng mga friends mo or
Yeah, I get it from everyday activities. So, for example, one content is me parang having a hard time. Ano ba yung sisenta, something parang Spanish number. I don't know if you've seen that content of mine.
yung,
Pero,
yung sukle.
yeah, yung sukle. It's literally an experience of mine na hinanapan ako ng this amount.
Also personal experience pala yan.
so, so nasabi ko na lang based on true events. Di ko na sinabi na it's my event. Pero yeah, based siya on, although not everything, it's just random things. So for example, nisip ko, okay, what if kaya nag-English lahat ng tao sa jeep? Paano mo nga sasabihin yun? So just random thoughts na mga
Right,
what
right,
ifs.
right, right.
And something na parang, how would a world like this be like? So
Right.
mostly mga ganon. And halo siya. Of course, I do credit my friends. Napaka-quirky din nilang lahat, and I do belong in a bunch of really weird friend groups.
Okay.
So
That's the key.
I get them from you guys. I do give you
Right,
credit.
right. I love, Ren, na paano mo tinatawid yung brand na hindi expected. So parang we think it's just a funny skit, biglang call center pala ng Chicharon ni Mang Juan.
Yeah.
Paano mo nagagawa yun na parang, wow, ang galing ng pagtawid? Do they give you creative freedom or ano ba yan? May requirements? Or do they trust in your own take?
Actually, halo po.
Okay.
May mga brands who would give me an idea na parang, okay, based from your content, this is what we want. And then may mga brands who would tell me na do whatever you want with it. Pero what's challenging is, since it's satire, for
Yeah.
example, I would parang talk about a brand in a way na naiinis ako kasi sobrang sarap niya. Parang ganon.
Oh,
Kunyari
okay.
ganon. But there are brands who are weary of that na, teka lang, medyo negative yung connotation. So parang kinakabahan din sila. So yun yung challenge, is for us to meet halfway, wherein na-push ko pa rin yung branding ko but without parang putting a bad light to their brand and making it seem na ang hassle na wala
Right.
kang binabayaran, na mas mura ang mga ganung bagay. Mga ganon. So yun yung challenge. But thankfully for the brands that I've worked with so far, they're pretty open to my suggestions. Ano din yung sabihin ko na parang I think this would work better. They leave it up to me. So at least doon namin natatawid. But at the same time, challenge for me is difficult kasi sa akin to work with a mandatory.
Yeah. Mga keywords,
Yeah,
ganyan.
mga keywords. So parang, okay, make this not so hard sell, pero
Hard
kailangan mo,
sell.
pero hard sell. Ganon. So that's a challenge. But so far, it works naman. Sometimes they know na it's a branded content, and then just initially they wouldn't engage as much. Pero
Right.
I think it's the thought that counts.
Right. I'm sure it helps that you're a director for commercials where the brand is
Yeah.
weighing heavily on you. Tell us about that.
Yeah, actually, first, full-time ko po siya. Content directing. So mostly we do ads. Sometimes we do music videos. But I completely understand where brands come from. So nandun din, ipit din kasi sometimes yung mga agency pa yan. It's not just the brand. There's an
Right,
agency,
right.
and then there's the creatives, and then the prod. So ang daming mga opinions na kailangan mong sundan and to meet, and expectations na kailangan mong mix together while still putting in your creative work. So I think I've had some experience with it, enough for me to apply it to how I do my work. Pero the main difference is, with my content kasi, papansin nyo, hindi siya heavy prod. Because I already,
nga.
hindi talaga.
Oo.
At all.
Or any prod at all.
Any
wala.
prod at all, wala. So, it's because I do that for my full-time work already.
Okay.
Diba? So parang I do the creative, I do the decks, and then make sure that everything is high quality and okay and broad value and all that. So I want to take a break for that and just, okay, it's just me, my head, take it or leave it.
Right,
Kasi
right.
I wouldn't want to parang burn myself out.
Right.
Yun na nga yung hobby ko, tas yun na nga yung full-time job din, yun pa yung parang magiging other
Right.
way to work. So
Right.
yeah.
And you've said that you're not going to give up directing.
Yes,
Right.
I won't.
Whatever happens.
I don't want to. I mean, I can't speak for future me. Malay mo, hindi natin alam. But for now, this is my first love. I still want to be behind the camera and work on the content. And this is something that I've built nang wala pa si Lottie. Lottie kasi is a
Right.
character name. Not my real name, and I will not share my real name.
Actually, nahanap ko po siya, pero hindi ko
Of
sasabihin.
course. Pero yeah, Lottie kasi is a character that I built. Kung mapapansin nyo, she's not a lifestyle creator wherein
Right.
I
right.
share my personal life. Although I do sometimes sneak peek, but I share what I want to share. But it's not my main content. My main content would be creating skits and making people happy. hopefully. But yun. So directing is what I do, like my personal first love, and so I won't and I don't want to let go of that. And someday, pwede ko siyang madala over to Lottie. Maybe if we have big projects as Lottie, I get to direct my own projects, mga ganun. So that would be fun.
Wow.
Hey, what took you so long? I got lost. Huh? I got lost inside the mind of a genius. What? Can you imagine being at the center of 16 billion Da Vinci paintings through AI? It's like seeing what's inside Da Vinci's mind. The paintings are around you and above you and right through you. Oh, I can't explain it. The whole experience is trippy and wild and seriously amazing. You have to see it for yourself. Check out BGC Immersive Presents Wisdom of Da Vinci, a celebration of art, light, and technology. Get lost inside the mind of a genius. Use the code You Can Do This 150 to get a special discount when booking your tickets at bgcimmersive.com.
On top of that, you're also an author. Tell us about your book, Crumpled Pages.
Oh, thanks so much for
Yes.
introducing
We
my
shall
book.
flash
Yeah.
it
Thank you.
in editing.
Crumpled Pages, yes. So I did mention earlier na it was something that I worked on for almost 3 years.
Okay.
Before pa si Lottie. Before TikTok and all that. So basically, Crumpled Pages, it's a bunch of letters or paper that a person wrote on, and it didn't um parang reach its intended recipient. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what if you just got a letter somewhere and you read it and you have no idea kung ano yung context, why they wrote it, but ikaw na bahala to add your own story to it. Maybe it's a letter that you may have written to yourself. It's a letter that you have received sometime and you threw it. So kaya siya Crumpled Pages. It's a bunch of letters that were not good enough. And it's the challenge na parang I did kasi when writing a book or writing any type of content, you feel like you have to perfect it bago mo siya ipakita sa mundo. What about those scratch papers that you threw
Right.
away? Maybe may bubog din dun. Maybe may lalim din dun. So, what if you show all those scratch papers to the world and they get to see
So serious ba siya or
halo po.
Oh.
So, it's a bunch of letters from different people. So, of course, different people means different types
right,
of
right.
persona. So, may mga serious, may mga funny, may mga just plain dark and sad. So, yun po yung with Crumpled Pages. And I had to put on many different hats for that kasi I had to write as many different people. So, everything in that book is handwritten by me, but I made it seem like it's written by someone else.
So iba-iba yung penmanship.
Yes, iba-iba yung penmanship, iba-iba yung
Oh,
illustrations.
madami talagang tao sa
Oh,
utak
yeah.
mo.
I really wish I have a copy right now. Unfortunately, naubusan ako ng personal copies. But if I will send you one, Miss
Oh,
Mirza.
thank you.
I'll send you
Thank
one.
you.
But you can see na iba't iba siya ng penmanship, iba-iba siya ng color ng ink, iba-iba siya ng drawing. So,
Wow. So is it written by Lottie or your real
it's
self?
Lottie.
Okay.
Because Lottie is still me. It's
Right.
just Lottie is the character na parang I put out there. So
Right.
siya yung madaming mga hats, and although people think na parang may split personality ako, hindi naman po.
Hindi po,
Gusto ko
ano
lang
po siya, multiple.
Basta lala pala.
May kanga, may ru.
Hindi. Hindi no, I just try to compartmentalize. At saka sinasabi ko nga rin, nag-create lang ako ng online name para pag nag-order ako sa FB Marketplace, hindi na alam kung saan ako nakatira.
Oo nga
Ganun.
naman. Oo
Yun lang
nga
naman.
Naisip ko rin yun, yung mga celebrity. Syempre yung address nila.
Yeah,
Alam
alam
na
nila
ng
yung
lahat.
ano. Pero I'm not a celebrity just yet. Pero, inunahan ko na.
But you are an actress.
Yeah.
Sinimalaya actress.
Yes.
And are there future acting projects?
Yes. May work in progress po tayong mga projects. Not allowed to mention yet. But
okay.
I did act in Cinemalaya. It's directed by my friend Kevin Mayuga. It's called When This Is All Over. And nakakatuwa yung film na yun because it's a first for many of us. So, a lot of my co-actors, first time din nila yun. And then, Direk Kevin, first feature film na yun, na full length. So, it's fun getting to experience this with people na parang first-timers din. And I learned a lot from that film kahit ba sabihin mo, medyo hindi ganun kalaki yung role when you see. I have my moment there. Pero at the same time, it's still fun. And doon, nag-start na magkaroon ng mga asks about me acting and certain things. So, looking forward. Kasi ako, until masign ko na yung contract, hindi ako nag-expect.
Okay.
So, syempre, madami like, oh, we want to offer you this role or if you can read for this role. Pero until nag-shoot na ako or nag-taping na ako for the first day, hindi ko muna siya
Right.
sinaselebrate.
Right. Do you have like a dream role or a dream project or a dream occupation? What are your plans or
My-
what ifs?
My dream role, I want to play as a parang clueless girl. Favorite role ko
Okay,
talaga yun.
okay.
That clueless girl persona, I really, really enjoy playing that. The funny friend, I guess. Okay na ako dun sa mga ganun. Or, of course, everyone wants to be like a leading lady or something.
Right.
Pero with my personality, another challenging role could be someone na kontrabida or someone in a horror film. I
Right.
do want to parang
Pwede.
give off yung creepy vibes ng big eyes
Kayang-kaya.
Ganun.
And Santo Niño hair.
Yes. yeah. So we can play along with those types of roles and Disney princess type of roles.
Right.
Yun po.
Do you have a favorite character of all the characters that you've created?
The
The
na.
clueless girl.
The clueless girl talaga.
Ah.
My favorite kasi
Siya ba yung sumali sa Miss Universe pero...
Miss Universe.
Miss Universe pero clueless.
Yeah. Fun. Very fun to play around with kasi it takes a certain type of parang, sabi nga nung isang comment, it takes a certain type of smart to show this type of
Definitely.
stupidity.
Right. Definitely. That's why I feel it you're so intelligent because the powers of observation and paano mo yun nagagamit lahat to create comedy. Comedians are smart.
Yeah, they are. They
Diba?
are. I wouldn't want to say na I'm nakaka-pressure kasi pag sumali ako sa like recently sumali ako sa ano yung game show
Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yeah, sumali ako sa Family Feud. I was not the smartest person in the room. Very, very vuvu ako dun. Very syunga-syunga ako dun. But yun yung kinakatakot ko that people will actually figure out that I'm not smart and I don't know certain mga general knowledge
Memorization
questions.
naman yun.
Well, yeah. Because I have my own type of smart. Pero
Yes,
at the
you
same
do.
time, we also have our
Oo.
own type of stupidity. I'm sure.
Your wit is very impressive.
Thank you so
And,
much.
you know, parang sana all maging kasing witty mo. Meron ka bang tips dyan kung paano maging kasing witty mo?
Ayan yung homework niya sa akin.
Oo, ang
Yung 5,
homework. Right.
Tips, okay. Tip number 1, I do not like giving tips kasi it's really, really different for everyone.
Okay.
Pero, it's just,
Or sa sarili mo.
Sa
Paano
sarili
mo
ko.
na-develop?
I think it has something to do, kasi I mentioned earlier, everyone has a certain type of wit. You know
Yes.
how, when you talk to a certain person, pag madami kayo, he or she is just medyo reserved. Pero if it's just the two of you, biglang lalabas yung personality niya.
Tama.
So, whatever you are, without cameras,
Right.
without other people, channel that person.
Okay.
So, you just have to, kung sino ka talaga pag mag-isa ka, kasi minsan, when cameras are added, when people are added, dun mo na siya parang naiisip na, okay, kailangan ko ng maani expectations nila or kailangan ko na silang ma-please.
Oo.
Or if I do this, then ma-judge na nila ako ganun. So, remove that. And then, just be, ito yung sobrang cliche, but it
Oo.
really, really works. Just be who you are
Right.
without the cameras.
Right.
Then, place a camera in front of you.
Right. Right. So don't
That's why.
perform for others.
Yes.
Okay.
Although, of course, realistically speaking, that's a factor. If you
Yeah.
want to parang create content,
Right.
it's a factor. Kailangan mo lang lagyan ng galing.
Oo.
Like, it's theater, you do
Oo.
perform. But at the same time, if it's wit we're talking about, it's not something that can be taught eh.
Yeah.
Everyone
Oo.
has it naturally.
Right.
Everyone has their own wit. It's just a matter of how you show it and
Right.
release it to the world.
Right.
Ang dami kong nakikilalang tao na when they talk to me, they would tell me, nagtatawa na kami, ang dami namin banter. But then they tell me na, pero kasi pag may camera na, hindi ko malabas to. Ewan ko ba, mga ganon. So,
Oo.
just, yeah.
Oo.
Remove
Nakatulong
that.
talaga yung imaginary friends mo
Yeah.
ng bata. Good
Hindi
training.
nila ako ginajudge.
Oo.
So, naasa ako.
In your friend group ba, ikaw ba yung laging may funny hirit?
No,
Oh,
no. It's not me. Kinokopya ko yung mga hirit nila. No, I'm
Okay.
kidding. No, we all have our own humor. So in my friend group, lagi ako natataon na I'm in a crazy friend group. So loko-loko talaga. And I believe everyone has that friend group na parang they're all just really loka-loka. Hindi ako yon. It's us taking turns.
Oo.
Hirit siya, hirit ako, hirit siya, hirit ako. Tapos wala na, gulo-gulo na yung buong friend group namin. So, yeah, I will not take credit for
So
that.
find many weird friend groups.
Yes.
That's the key.
Yes.
You're also very good at reading people. Paano mo na-develop yung powers na yan? Ikaw ba yung tahimik na parang...
Oh, I didn't know that I was good at reading
Because
people.
you are able to mimic them,
Oh, yeah,
diba?
actually.
For your content.
Yeah, parang very observant nga ako. Come to think of it. Kasi nga growing up, I grew up with Disney. So, alam mo yung mga nuances ng
tama.
Disney.
Per princess.
Yes.
Okay.
Yung alam niyo yung mga nuances ng
Sige nga,
characters na parang...
sample.
No, pero it's like, for example, you wanna burp out loud. You hold that back when you're with other people. Pero it can be part of a conversation. Oh,
Right.
gutom ka or something. It's a quirk.
Right, right.
I don't want to be like yung mga tao na when they say, I'm so quirky and all that. Pero it's something that you don't force naman. It's just you let yourself be you.
Right.
So, I guess when I read people or parang I observe their little quirks, madali ko nakikita when they twirl their hair or parang pag madalas silang magganon or pag mag-isa sila, nag-hum sila ng mga tunes. Very observant ako sa mga ganong bagay. And I add that to my content.
Right.
So, it's adding the human flavor
Right.
to whatever script that I put out there.
Right. So for example, among your characters, can you talk about a specific character and then ano yung nuances na nilalagay mo?
Okay. One specific character is, yun, si clueless girl, lagi siya yung by default,
okay.
by default facial expression.
Oh.
Well, hindi naman kasi, tas wide eye siya na parang pag nag-explain. And then the one who's a serious, bes, may mga ganong mga nuances wherein
Right.
just changing the shift of your facial expressions does a lot and shares a lot about your personality already kahit hindi sa parang laki ng movement. Kaya yung mga comments, they really appreciate the facial expressions. Really helps a lot.
Right.
And it's from what I observe with lots of different people din.
Right. How about yung nag-English lagi? May pangalan ba siya? May pangalan ba yung mga characters?
Wala, actually. Wala
Okay.
sila namang names. Lahat sila Lottie 1, Lottie 2.
Okay.
But, it's, paano ba? Yun na yung character niya eh. Parang what if you're a person who's trying to impress your friend?
Right.
As a matter of fact, for all intents and purposes, I would like to consume this edible food. Mga yung mga ganon niya, nahirit. So, tinutuloy-tuloy ko lang. Alam niyo yung role-playing na without the camera. Minsan pag with your friends, gusto mo na, kunyari manonood ka ng TV. Oy, ako si Blossom.
Okay.
Ako si Buttercup. Mga ganon. So,
Right.
dinala ko lang siya sa mga characters.
So pag inon mo na yung camera, sinasaniban ka na lang ng
Yeah.
mga characters.
Nagsasalitan sila. Ako naman ngayon. Sige, ako naman. Salitan sila.
Ayan po, ang essence of embrace your weird. So, if there's one takeaway that the listeners can get from our conversation about embracing your weird, ano ang masasabi mo?
One takeaway. Just stop, parang, don't be your own worst critic. Kasi minsan, ikaw na yung maghahadlang sa sarili mo eh. You're already, hindi pa man nakikita ng kahit sino, hinarangan mo na. Hindi naman to nakakatawa. Sino matatawa dito? Kaya mo sila. Sila mag-a-adjust. Like I always say to kahit yung mga content creators, your content or who you are will find its way to the like-minded individuals. Malalagpasan niya yung FYP ng mga taong hindi ganun ng sense of humor. Kasi hindi yun yung FYP nila, hindi yun yung algorithm nila. So, darating siya at mapupunta siya sa mga taong katulad mo. And once you embrace who you are, you're gonna figure out hindi ka alone. I would always tell myself, hindi ako special, wag akong ano, wag akong mag-feeling. Hindi ako special meaning, and it's a good thing
Right.
hindi ako special meaning madaming tulad ko. And the fact na madaming tulad ko means that we can build a community together.
Right.
And we can build this parang little community wherein we're all weirdly the same.
Right. Right.
Which is fun. You don't always have to be different. Parang go ahead and ride the mga hype. Enjoy the hype, enjoy the trends, enjoy it, do whatever you want, do the funny, even if people say na ang masa ng humor, it's okay, do it. Just be who you are. Ano yung funny for you, do it. Just express yourself, do not be your own worst critic. Bring it out to the world kasi balang araw, tatanda ka, you're gonna lose it.
Tama.
You're gonna lose the wit, you're gonna lose the humor, you're gonna lose your personality, and you're gonna change as a person. You're gonna mature. I don't know kung how, pero it's gonna change. At least you brought out who you were in this season of your life and meron kang record nun and you made people happy. And you discovered
I
other people.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that very wonderful answer,
Thank you so much for
Lottie.
that wonderful question.
And thank you for giving us the honor student
Yes, like
of
Nora Honor.
being on You Can Do This.
Thank you so much, Miss Mirza. Thank you. I'm
Thank
really
you.
happy to be here.
Me too. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to You Can Do This. If you want to know more about me, visit mirza.com. That's MYRZA.com. And follow me at Mirza Season on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and LinkedIn. If you like this episode, please don't forget to rate it 5 stars. Hit the follow button on your podcast streaming platforms and hit the notification bell to get alerted every time we release a new episode. Catch you at our next convo, and always remember, you can do this.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.
Just be who you are. Ano yung funny for you, do it. Just express yourself. Do not be your own worst critic. Bring it out to the world. Kasi balang araw, tatanda ka, you're gonna lose it.
Tama.
You're gonna lose the wit, you're gonna lose the humor, you're gonna lose your personality, and you're gonna change as a person. You're gonna mature. I don't know kung how, pero it's gonna change. At least you brought out who you were in this season of your life and meron kang record nun and you made people happy.